One of the biggest hurdles to following God is when we're misunderstood by the way we act, the way we speak, the isolation, pulling away from family and friends, them not understanding why we have to be alone for extended periods of time, and why we leave the world, why we don't engage. We may not watch certain shows, listen to certain types of music. We may not engage in certain events, and they may see us as, just trying to be better than. And sometimes you can come to resent people that walk away from you just over that. But, God calls us to come out from amongst them. But also understand this as well. If you have people in your life that's a part of your assignment, that's a part of, people that you have to cover, and you're wondering, like, how am I going to cover this person when there's no respect between us? How am I going to pray for this person when we don't get along? It could be any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be family. It could be friend. It could be an organization. It could be your church. Anything. Anything. But you have to understand that when the word says for us to deny ourselves and pick up our cross daily, that is part of picking up our cross and denying ourselves, is to forgive what we deem unforgivable. Just as Jesus' sacrifice on the cross forgave us, has his blood washed us and cleansed us from all of our sin. And majority of the time, a lot of people are not aware of this. They don't know how much Jesus loves them and wants to save them just as much as he did for us. And we are the mediator between them. We get that clarion call. We have to intercede on their behalf. And if we can't do it physically or verbally, or even if it hurts us or it's too difficult to come near them emotionally to protect our own peace, we have to do it through prayer. And you have to do it consistently and with your heart. And you ask God not only for your own strength, but strength to push forward, to intercede for others. That's why we call it an assignment. Because if it was up to us, we would have just left them and been on out the way. But he will put certain individuals on our heart, whether they're good or bad, to minister to them, witness to them. I didn't say shove, the word down their throat and to judge them, but just to minister to them so no blood will be on our hands. And we have to do everything he says. We can't just be partially obedient. If he says he wants us to do something and we feel an unction to do something, we have to do it. It may not happen overnight. They may not be receptive first hand, but that's not the point. The point is you are being obedient to God. And the second point is you're carrying your cross. You do not want to pick up that phone and call this person. You try to speak to them. They may speak over you. They overlook you. Whatever the case may be. It could be the enemy or it could just be their personality. However, you need to continue to intercede on their behalf. And if it's too much to do physically, just pray. All right? That is a part of us denying ourselves. That is a part of us picking up our cross daily. That cross is heavy. It's a heavy burden. It's a very, very heavy burden. It's not only is it a heavy burden, but sin is a heavy burden. And you interceding for them, you ministering to them, you don't know just how much they probably appreciate it in the long run. Just like how long it took us to come to the truth, it's going to be the same for them. Like, we already know the process. So there's no need in taking anything personally because, we done already been there. But just to understand, picking up that cross, it's a burden. But the sin in their life and their struggle is a burden as well. I know when you feel like you get an assignment and, it's like off to the races. I'm ready to go, Lord. I'm ready to be a vessel. Let's go. Let's do this. But a lot of times it's quite the opposite. And that's what that may feel like. Even praying for someone you really don't want to. And, you're a Christian yourself. You believe in Jesus yourself, and it's hard to pray for others. I know, but this is true. We all go through this or will go through this. I can relate. It's a heavy cross to carry, but we have to do it because he wants us to spread his gospel, not just by how we live through legalism, through rituals and going to church, but to intercede for others and to love others and forgive others and release any type of angst in our hearts towards others and just release it and be done with it. I hope this word finds you well. God bless.